Yo, Hendo here, the Average Dude Slow-Pitch. Today, we're excited to bring out the brand new Combat CR-1. This is the Bradley Jones Signature Edition. You'll see two different paint jobs on these ones. This one here, pink handle, white with the pink kind of writing, is the end load model, 12.75-inch barrel. If I'm not mistaken, the balance model is a 13-inch barrel, but if I'm wrong on that one, I do apologize. I'm not 100% sure just yet where these are going to be released. I do believe, though, they may be available on Rawlings' website, but they might also be exclusive somewhere else. So no, it doesn't really help you right now, but stay tuned to the outro, kind of where we go over kind of final thoughts, and I'll make sure I have at least an idea of where you can pick one of these up. Either way, though, we're going to go ahead, throw some swings on this, see where it kind of starts at compression-wise. If it's somewhere in that 260 or less range, we'll do about 20, 30, 52s, see how it feels, and then about 40 to 50 Pro-Ms at most. See kind of where that compression sits and let you know, hey, does it really need that BP or not? And then if it tests above that 260 mark, we'll do the normal, try to get to about 100 swings, 30 to 40, 52s, 60 plus Pro-Ms at that point. So either way, let's get some swings on it. Here at Apodaca Park, it's about 65, almost 70 degrees right now. By the time we're done hitting, we're expected to be about 75, 80, so not too bad there as well. Pro-Ms, gold dots, and Razzos are what we got in the bag. No hard cores, no stadiums, anything like that. So let's go ahead and get some swings on it and see what it's all about. All right, let's see where Bradley Jones's brand new Combat CR-1 tests at. As a reminder, 12.75-inch barrel, as we mentioned in the intro. And again, this is the end load model. We don't have the balance model. Not that it should really matter too much. There it is at 0. And we're looking at 250, maybe a hair above 250. So pretty spot on with what we've seen kind of from the Rawlings one pieces. So let's go ahead. We'll get some swings on it. Again, all these baskets test under 260. We typically go with a few less swings than normal. So we're looking at about 20 to 25 52s, and then probably no more than 30 to 40 Pro-Ms just to see kind of how it's performing. If it feels like it needs more swings to open up, then we'll throw more swings on it. Weighting type, the weighting on it is the loaded Jones. Bradley's got his own end load. That's great.
$87 miles per hour. $93 miles per hour.
I don't know that you want a 52 to go much further than that. And I'm not going to lie, not loose at all. Got about 5 swings on my back so far, but first thing you notice immediately is it's not nearly as soft as the barrel with the 52s as like the tantrums. Even the bedlam at times was a little soft with the 52s. So real excited for that.
$96 miles per hour.
Shee!
$103 miles per hour.
Golly! Man. Bradley Jones might have made the right choice and said, hey, you want us to make you a combat? Right. He's like, I'm in. And it seems like it might be the right choice here.
96 miles per hour.
Whoo-wee!
Lordy.
Does it handle 52s?
Those
It
are
sure
52s
does.
on a handle.
Also, there's a QR code in here. I got to scan it. Maybe they'll tell me where they sell it at.
For a bat that starts 250, right? And then when it comes to like the softness, it being that it's basically Easton owned, right? I don't see the softness that you would from those traditional resis and those tantrums, right? And I don't know, man, it's a different feel as far as the softness of the barrel is concerned. But that, I mean, that's initial thoughts on the 52s. You know, we'll see if it changes with those other balls, but.
$89 miles per hour.
So that missed a little low. You can feel it. And we carried 2 hop fence, 1 hop track. But, I mean, no sting or anything. Obviously, it's 52s. You don't expect really much sting. But as you caught it a little low with the stiffer feel, you can tell where on the barrel you caught the ball, which is definitely a good thing. We'll see as we go to Pro-Ms. if that equals a little more sting in the hands. But if it does, oh well, at least you get the feedback. Don't miss the barrel.
102 miles per hour.
All right, I think we know this thing can handle the 52s. Let's go ahead and swap over to what everybody really cares about. Let's go to some Pro-Ms right now and see what it's all about. All right, again, the Bradley Jones Combat CR-1, Pro-Ms, Razos, Gold Dots, ZNs. No hardcores, no stadiums, nothing like that.
102 miles per hour.
Whew.
$104 miles per hour.
104 knuckling.
104 in the gap.
Man.
$108 miles per hour.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
And that ball was just diving. That would suck
That
to have
one
to
was
field that
smoked.
thing. I'm gonna say right now, it's definitely game ready. Like you definitely don't need swings on it. We'll see if the forgiveness changes a little bit with some swings, but I mean, again, the 52s swing like 3 or 4. I think we got into hundreds, and now with the Pro-Ms, we haven't touched under triple digits yet.
$103 miles per hour.
Oh man, that was the sound. It's got a great sound. Yeah, a nearly perfect sound. The feel was great. I haven't found a negative yet on it. Bradley Jones got himself a good bet.
$103 miles per hour.
Oh man.
$107 miles per hour.
My. There must be like a wind tunnel, honestly. There must be a wind tunnel back there. Because that ball should have gone into the other field.
Yeah, it looked like off the bat you could see topspin.
Yeah.
That's what did it, but still, I'll take 107 topspin like that. I mean, that's going to get up and over most people.
$99 miles per hour.
Jeez.
Oh man, it's a missile to the opposite gap.
91 miles per
Little
hour.
on top. Feels great feels, man. Great feels. Definitely not soft technology by any means. You know, if this is an Easton-owned back company, and definitely not soft, cushiony feel, right? By any means.
95 miles
Okay, there's
per
off
hour.
the handle. And it doesn't matter. But so, as we mentioned kind of with the 52s, no sting when you catch it low. You can just feel, it's almost like a stiffer feel, and you can tell you didn't quite get that bounce, I guess you want to call it that, from the sweet spot. But again, this bat's got some crazy forgiveness. As long as it's holding compression, then there's really no cons. Even if it does drop down pretty fast, again, make it a gamer. At no point have I felt like you needed to break it in to get this kind of performance. So we'll put a handful more on it. Again, for a bat that started right at like 2, I think it was 55, maybe it was right at 260. I don't want to put a ton of swings on it, but it's hard to stop because this thing's a whole lot of fun to swing.
$99 miles per hour.
Cutting trees down.
96 miles per hour.
It's so consistent. A couple more, we'll call it good here. We definitely don't need a bunch of swings on this thing.
One 107 miles per hour. 94 miles per hour.
Way into the trees.
101 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
Oh, we're definitely done. Just, again, there we are. We've got about 60 swings probably on this thing between everybody. We've got, I mean, it's a white paint, but even in the pink, I don't see really any webs, maybe a couple starting. The way it feels hasn't changed much. So I'm hoping kind of held compression just fine. You can throw the 50, 75 BP swings on it, open it up, and then game it from there. Either way, I'll take it back, throw in the compression tester, final compression, final thoughts. All right, and we are swings complete, final compression complete here on the Combat CR-1 Bradley Jones signature model. I do believe his name is on both of the Combats, by the way. Again, the balance model at 13-inch barrel. Again, 95% sure it's 13-inch. And then this is at 12.75 half-ounce end load. Got a chance to talk to Bradley a little bit about it down there in Vieira, and I know he's loving it. And from the swings we had today, everyone out here is loving it as well. So to me, and we've talked about this, I think, a little bit throughout the year with the Rawlings releases, the very kind of the beginning tantrums, the tantrum even from last year, and then again, the tantrum 2, as they called it, one pieces, they felt a little soft, especially when hitting 52s. At times with the Pro-Ms, you would catch spots that felt soft as well. And for me, again, that's all a personal preference thing, but that was the big, kind of the con, the negative, whatever for me. They performed well, for sure, performed great. A lot of people called them their favorite one pieces. Again, that's all a personal preference thing. But since kind of the newer Phil Matte bat, so, well, the Blue Resi kind of really started at Cannell's. Then you had Phil Matte's new, the World's Edition and the Military Edition. Those ones, I think, they stiffened it up for sure. And when they went with the Resi, that was the first of the stiffer ones, but I felt like it was lacking just a little bit as far as the top end performance. It had a little bit of that tantrum performance, but stiffened it, so I liked the feel better. But then by the time I got to the Bedlam, it felt like they took the tantrum and the Connie's bat and mashed them together and made almost the perfect kind of one piece, or possibly the perfect one piece. Then with this one, the first thing we noticed with the swings is the 52s, you 100% had that traditional wood, nice stiff sound and feel, which was amazing. And then, of course, you swap over to the Pro-Ms, and it felt great, sounded great. The best part about it is, even for being that stiffer feel where the balls are really giving that feedback and flying off, if you caught it a little bit low or a little bit high, you weren't getting sting in the hands. What you were getting was a little bit of a change in the vibration, so you could tell exactly where you caught it, whether it's high or low. It was still performing and was forgiving, which is also great on one pieces. But then when you caught the sweet spot, and you can see a couple of the ball marks kind of near that B in the Combat, which this pretty centered up sweet spot on this one, the ball absolutely flew, came off great. Even we had a little bit of the breeze kicking up a little bit, which again wasn't anything too crazy, but you could tell it was getting a little bit stiffer wind up high. It was pushing those 52s right through the wind. And as we've always talked about, our Pro-Ms, the Razos, Gold Dots, ZNs, 80% of them have been hit who knows how many times this year, because every probably 2-ish months, I buy probably another dozen or two of one of the different brands, cycle them in, so there are some newer ones in there. But as you've kind of seen, it doesn't make a significant difference. Now, sure, when you first hit those newer ones, they're coming off harder, but the big item there and the big takeaway is you go and you swing, let's say, hardcores at certain Worlds events, or you go into an event where they're allowed to use whatever you want. So you're using stadiums, or you've used those Onyx balls, which are absolutely insane as well. The performance on these, I can only imagine how they're going to go up. And if you haven't seen the video we did, I think it was about a month ago, comparing a bunch of different Pro-M balls, go back, check that out, and you can see how the balls really drive kind of the performance. And again, those were game type balls, not BP type balls. So either way, I don't want to ramble on too long on this one. This is a great product. I can see why Bradley was Very happy to go over this one, swing it, and why he's been absolutely smashing with it. I noticed Matusik Moose over there on Resi was also swinging this one. I don't know if I saw anybody else. I think it was just the two of them. Might have been a third guy, but either way, there's obviously a reason those guys put down those Rawlings bats that have been Rawlings bats. This is obviously Rawlings brand as well, that have been performing for them all year. And we're willing to jump into this one in the biggest tournament of the year as they go and won kind of the major World Series there. So as far as I know, these are not releasing just yet. I don't have an exact date for you, but what's cool about this one, there's a QR code on here. So I went ahead and scanned it. It takes you to combatmfg.com. You can go to that. There's a spot to sign up with your phone number and email to subscribe for notifications. From talking to Bradley, and I'm waiting kind of an answer back from a couple other guys out there to see if I can get more of a specific date, which if I get that, I'll drop it in the comments. I'll pin a comment on this video. But when you go to combatmfg.com, you can put that in there and it'll notify you of when these are going to drop so you can grab one as well. We got lucky enough that they had some of these at the tent down there, the combat tent at Worlds. So I grabbed one kind of before they sold out so we could get a chance to demo it, and definitely glad we did. Great product, and kind of looking forward to what else Combat's going to be coming out with here in the near future. So either way, if you want to grab one of these, like I said, combatmfg.com, throw that info in for your, whether you want number, email, both, whatever it is, and you'll get notified when it's time. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully kind of help you decide if this is something you're going to be going to with that Combat line coming back out. Seems like they've got a potentially top-end bat for their first release. And again, shout out to Bradley Jones for getting a great model. And honestly, I think it looks really good as well with kind of this highlighter pink color on the white background. So thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great day.